Are you planning to make an RRSP contribution this year and not sure how much to purchase? In this video, I'm going to explain how you can get the most bang for your RRSP buck. Hi, I'm Erin, and I've been running my accounting firm, Erin Petaski, Chartered Professional Accountant, for over 5 years now, and I love, what do I love? I love helping my clients increase their tax knowledge so that they can feel more at ease and feel more confident as they make important financial decisions. So we are in RRSP season now, and my clients are asking me how much should they contribute? What difference will it make on my taxes? And in fact, I had one of my dear clients messaged me and said, "Erin, can you remind me the formula for RRSP contributions?" And that touched my heart, and I thought, yes, I can remind you, and I can remind all of you, or teach all of you if it's your first time learning these types of words and things and concepts. So when you're wanting to make a knowledgeable and informed RRSP contribution from an income tax perspective, keeping in mind I'm an accountant, so I'm taking care of your income tax needs. Of course, there could be many other things to consider from your perspective, and maybe perhaps other professionals like your financial advisor that you'll want to get in touch with. But I'll be speaking from an accounting and tax perspective today. So from that perspective, guess what? To make an informed RRSP contribution, we need to get comfortable with our income tax brackets, the marginal tax brackets, marginal tax rates. I know before I became an accountant, all these words sounded pretty scary and different, and I wondered what's the difference, etc. There's many different words to describe the same thing, but it's because we have a federal and provincial tax rate. So these are the tax rates for Manitoba. I'm located in Selkirk, Manitoba. Of course, depending on your province, if you're in a different province, you'd have different marginal rates, combining the federal and the provincial. So then what's next? You also need to consider your tax bracket. I made this little sign for us to help us stay focused. So you need to know your taxable income. How much does the government want to charge you? What's your taxable income? And how much the government wants to charge you is based on your tax bracket. So what you would do is, let's say in this example you earn $40,000 per year, and for 2020, if you earned $40,000 per year in Manitoba taxable income, from $33,389 up to $40,000, that will be taxed at 27.75%, and then below the $33,389 and above the basic tax limit, approximately $10,000, the tax rate is 25.8%, and below that the tax rate is 0. So if you wanted to know, well, that's great, Erin. How does that help me with my RRSPs? Well, because that's the foundation to know the RRSP formula, is how do the tax brackets even work? Because I sure remember before I learned how these works, I thought, geez, if I earned $40,000, or let's say for fun, if I earned $200,000, if I earned $200,000, the tax rate is 50.4%. And I said, whoa, would all my income be taxed at 50.4%? And no, it wouldn't. It would be marginally, that's where that word comes, marginally up the tax bracket, each a separate amount at a time, depending on how big the bracket is. That's getting off topic a little bit. So then, how do you get the most bang for your buck? for your RRSP purchase is you got to calculate what your savings is going to be, right? That's how we know we're going to contribute into our future, into our RRSP investment, and what's that going to save us? What's that going to mean in real dollars for me? That's the most important thing to know, probably. So how would that work? So let's say in this example, you're earning $40,000 per year and you make a $10,000 RRSP purchase. I know that's a big one, especially considering the tax bracket, but for the purposes of our example, it'll make things simple for both me and you. So to calculate how much are you going to get back, so you're going to give the bank $10,000, and how much is CRA going to give you back in April on your tax return, or in June if you're a sole proprietor. It's this. So approximately, unless you have other things on your tax return, of course that's important to keep in mind. That's where you can talk to a tax professional like me to get, we can get more in depth with the details. But just basically for this formula, for the purposes of simplicity. So you have 33,389 up to 40,000. So whatever that amount is, I should have grabbed my calculator. So it's 6,611 times 0.275%. So 1818. So that's part one of the calculation. The second part was what's on the other side of that. Oops, I forgot. 40,000 less 33,389 is 6,611. Less 10,000 to see how much do we have left. How much is rolling over into that lower tax bracket. And that's 3,389. So I times 3,389, 3,389. I had trouble with numbers as a kid. So sometimes I just naturally just say the numbers rather than putting it into thousands and hundreds. Yeah. Times 25.8%, so times 0.258. And the answer to that is 874. So if you add those together, 874 plus the amount from before, 1818, the answer is $943. Unless this example taxpayer had other things that I didn't know about on their tax return. For their $10,000 investment, they'd get $943 back. How would he get the most bang for his buck? Do you know? I'll pause for a moment. I'll let you think about that. So, he'd get the most bang for his buck making a contribution in the higher tax bracket, in the 27.75%. Because it's a higher tax bracket, he's getting more money back on that amount of the contribution. So he could just invest the 6,611, and not use any into the lower tax bracket, and then he could save his money for a later year, perhaps when he's making more money, or she. Great, that was exhilarating, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. As you can see, and as I definitely saw as I was making this video, geez, this stuff gets complicated fast. And that's where professionals like me can come in handy. Yeah, it's a lot easier when we're dealing with specific numbers, your specific tax return, your exact situation. It does get difficult when we're just dealing in hypotheticals and etc. So if you are my client and you'd like more help than this, please get in touch with me, and I would love to assist you further. If you're not my client and you would like to be, you can visit my website. It's I'll put the information and the details of the video and you can make check out the information that you see and see if it resonates with you. And if it does, I invite you to book a free introductory call with me, and this will give us a chance to meet and to see if we'll be a good fit to work together. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful, and wishing you guys all a great day. Bye for now.